Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Today we're in Hyde Park with John. You know the revert brother that I was talking about on my page.
He's lost his voice.
Basically, I've lost my voice because I've been doing a lot of dawah and been shouting. So something really amazing happened yesterday. It was really amazing for me. You know, you might watch this video and think, okay, there's nothing much about it, but it really, me and Jonathan, because John was there and he kind of witnessed it. So we're just going to go through how it happened, how it all happened, and our way there, and how it just all happened, to be honest. So basically, we got on the train.
Yeah.
And from Waterloo to Stratford.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean,
so,
I'm from Manchester, so I've come down for a few days to work on some dawah projects, and I met Brother Ali for the first time. So we're on our way to Stratford to do some dawah, and Ali was telling me that he's been doing dawah. He's been Muslim for how long now?
About 11 months.
About 11 months, and he's been doing dawah for how long?
About 5.
Well, 5 months.
5 months,
yeah?
Like that, yeah.
And he said that he's not seen a shahada yet. He's not actually witnessed a shahada, and he was asking me like he's been working very hard, giving dawah, and he's getting a bit down, wasn't you? Because he's not seeing any shahadas, and basically I asked him, what are you doing? And he concentrates mostly on debating Christians and working with Christians.
Yeah, like I never could have related to the shahada bit.
And I just advised him to concentrate on his intention and also make dua. This is the best advice. And when you focus on your intention and do it solely for the sake of Allah, then and ask Allah. So we basically on the train, I advised him. I said, look, I advised him, make intention, that it's for the sake of Allah, and make dua. So ask Allah, and so we made dua, and I said, oh Allah, if you want to guide anyone today, because only Allah can guide, we can't do anything. If you want to guide anyone, bring them to Brother Ali today. And then I told Ali, make your dua specific, right? So it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And then I said, oh Allah, if you want to guide anyone, please bring them to Ali, use Ali in the dawah, and bring them to Ali before 4 o'clock. Okay, so we've got 1 hour. Okay, so the second we got off, and Ali was just like,
Before we get there, I just want to say,
taking it serious, man.
So like when he was telling me, like the power of dua, I'm being honest, my iman was a bit low, and I was like, okay, man, I did it. I put my hands up and I prayed, and he was like, make it specific and say, before 4 o'clock. And when he said before 4 o'clock, I was thinking to myself, it's like 3. It was like when we got there, it was like around half. It was more. It was like
10 past 3.
Yeah, something like that. So I was thinking, there's no way, because I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna play Asr, and I was like, okay, all right, yeah. I didn't really take it seriously, but then we got to Stratford.
Yeah. As soon as I got off the train, the first conversation I had was with a Chinese girl, and alhamdulillah, she accepted Islam. Yeah. She just accepted Islam. She was originally she'd converted to Christianity. But then when I explained the concept of Allah and the concept of Allah in Islam, then she said that this concept of God makes more sense, and she's been doing some research into Prophet Muhammad, and alhamdulillah, she accepted Islam. So Ali was amazed. He's like, subhanallah, like we made the dua and we've seen the shahada. And then then what happened, subhanallah? I mean, the point while I was explaining the importance of making dua, I was setting up a dawah table in Manchester at a college, and I was teaching this brother how to make intention, how to do dawah. So I said to the brother, make intention, okay, to do it for the sake of Allah. So we made intention. We're going to go there, do it for the sake of Allah, and if Allah wants to guide anyone to bring them to us, inshallah, use us. And the part where we made intention is like a 5-minute walk from the college, okay. So we went there, we made dawah, and then when we're coming back to the masjid, the exact point in the street where we made intention, this guy approaches me and he says, can I have a Quran? So I said, are you Muslim? And he said, no, but I want to be. And he just accepted Islam. This is just proving that guidance is from Allah alone. And when you understand this and you put yourself out there and you understand that your job is simply to give a good message, give the message of Islam, and to invite people to Tawheed, invite people to Islam, then Allah will use you, and if He wants to guide them, He'll bring them to you. So when we got to Stratford, as I say, we had the first shahada, and then what happened?
Basically what happened was he told me this story, that the way he took the dawah with making an intention, making a dua, and I kind of listened, and I was like, okay, all right, yeah, it's possible. So I learned a lesson with what happened, what I'm about to tell you now. So he did his shahada, but the thing is, I've never done a shahada. I've been doing dawah for about 5 months, not a long time, but I've never attempted like the shahada bit. So I prayed my asr, I came back, and we're just handing out leaflets. And this brother came with his wife, and basically you see his picture popping up on the screen, and he just came up, and he works for the United Nations, and he lives in Italy. All I did was give him a leaflet and said, brother, do you have 2 minutes? And he said, yeah, sure, I have. And the next thing I said to him, like, do you believe in God? Like, do you have a belief? And he said, yeah, I believe in God, but my faith is a bit up and down because of, you know, the Bible has kind of unfortunately been changed. So he was honest with me, and he said, you know, this is the problem I had. So I told him a bit about what Jesus really taught in the Bible. You know, Jesus never claimed to be divine. He never said, I am God or worship me. I gave him all that. We did a bit of dawah, talked about it, and then I kind of hesitated, but I said, you know what, let me try. And by the time, I don't know what time it is now, I'm just talking to him. And I said, bro, like, he agreed with a lot of stuff. And I said, bro, you're a Muslim. All you have to do is you're just a shahada away. And he said, oh, what's a shahada? I said, shahada is just like claiming that there is nothing worthy of worship but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is his messenger. And he just went, yeah, that's fine. It's just like he came there to accept that. Not only that,
yeah.
what happened?
I mean, the actual dua we made on the train was, Allah, if you want to guide anyone, bring them to us.
Yes, sincere.
Yeah? It's sincere. If you know any sincere people, bring them to us and allow us to be the means in them accepting Islam. And subhanAllah, this guy came to Ali.
Yes.
And then you shouted me over.
Yeah,
like, John, come here, come here.
Yeah, basically what happened was, when he said I'll accept the shahada, we had a few Christian guys came over trying to stop him, you know, saying, you know, don't accept it. How many was there? How many was there?
SubhanAllah. Anything that possibly could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
To stop this guy taking shahada happened, because there was like loads of born again Christians around us shouting, don't say it, don't say it.
Yes.
You know, you're going to go to hell, don't leave Jesus, things like this.
Yeah.
And this guy said, he said, no, I'm ready to accept the truth. I'm ready to accept Islam. And subhanAllah, this, I've never seen someone, it's rare that you see someone so convinced and ready to accept Islam.
Yeah. So what happened was then, when he said I'll accept shahada, because I was a bit baffled, and I was like, whoa. And I called John. John was behind me. I said, John, just come here and tell them what we talked about on the train. I didn't even look at you. I didn't want to come and call you just in case they'll think I'll whisper something to you. I just said, John, come here. I looked away, and you just told them.
Yeah, I mean, I explained to him that, you know, that we made dua and stuff like this, and he was surprised by it, and we confirmed that his belief in Allah and the Messenger. You know, he's also doing his own research, and then after, you know, subhanAllah, he accepted Islam. So afterwards, I just happened to say, so Ali, what time is it?
Yeah, just random. Like, I was there, and he just went, what time is it? And I was like, what's he talking about? Does he have to be late somewhere? I was like, what do you mean, what time is it? And
subhanAllah, it was 3:51.
3:51.
9 minutes before 4 o'clock.
And
subhanAllah,
I was baffled, because I was like, no way. But that's a lesson for me, because the power of dua, I didn't take that seriously. And he taught me a lesson. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling me, if I will something, it will happen. And 3:51.
SubhanAllah.
We looked at the time. 3:51. The guy took my first shahada.
Yeah. It's just very important that we understand that we need to make dua, and we need to believe that these duas are going to be answered. You know, we need to be expecting them to be answered. And I like to be specific in my dua. Yeah, I like to, you know, like I said, 4 o'clock. We had 1 hour. And subhanAllah, because that way you know that specifically that dua was answered. And subhanAllah, it's amazing. And you totally forgot. The thing is, this is another important thing. Sometimes we make dua for things and we forget that we made dua for them. And then down the line, we're given this blessing, or we're given this, our dua is answered, and we've not even acknowledged that our dua has been answered. But subhanAllah, you totally forgot about the time thing.
I forgot, because when he went, what time is it? I was like, why does it matter what time it is? And when he said it's 3:51,
as soon as he said 3:51, Ali he was crying. He just began to shake.
I was so shocked.
Your imam was
like I said, brothers and sisters, we just wanted to share this with you. We wallahi billahi, we did not exaggerate one bit or anything like that. It happened exactly how it did. And this is a message from Brother John and me. Dua, take it seriously. You know.
And another big point, which you just want to make clear, in Islam, that Ali was focusing on debating. You know, and Allah tells us in the Quran that we're not accountable for the disbelievers at all. We are only accountable for the reminder. And the reminder is about Tawheed, it's about Islam. So we need to invite and we need to remind about Islam. You know, we don't need to get focused on other scriptures or other religions. Let's invite people to our religion, and you know that the sincere people will acknowledge this religion and accept the religion. And we just ask Allah to send sincere people to us and keep the insincere people away from us.
Yeah,
Inshallah.
yeah. So thank you very much for watching, brothers and sisters.
Before we go,
Okay.
don't judge this, and the main lesson which I was trying to show Ali is don't judge the success of your dawah by shahadas.
Yeah.
Judge the success of your dawah by how many people you convey the message to. And this is the main thing.
That's the reason. I
know that your job, understand your job. If you want the reward for your job, you have to do the job. Okay, you can't be hired to stock shelves or stack shelves and then go and work on the till.
Yeah.
You know, you're not going to get paid.
Yeah.
You know, you have to do your job, and your job is to convey the message of Islam, to invite to Islam, and don't forget the invitation. You know, literally say, would you like to be a Muslim? Would you like to accept Islam? And subhanAllah, you'll be surprised how many people actually say yes.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said again, thank you very much for watching, and the power of dua. That's how I've learned a lesson myself. And inshallah, you guys will benefit from it. Thank you very much for watching. Please support our pages and do dua for us. Powerful duas, inshallah. Thank you very much.